President Museveni has applauded the late Professor Emmanuel Mutebile as a professional governor that always advised him on several matters of national importance, and pointed out his counsel on one of the country's most contentious issues, the minimum wage bill that he advised not to be passed.
Mutebile advised me on the issue of uniting the Minister of Finance and the Minister of Planning. You remember they used to be separate. There would be Minister of Planning, and some people were arguing that that was good, but Mutebile was able to show me that no, that's not good, because why do you plan when you don't know how much money you have? Why doesn't the one who is having money be the one to plan? Because he knows how much money he has. Resistance against economic cheap popularity. For instance, minimum wage. That issue of the minimum wage. The person who warned me against that minimum wage, which was being pushed by the labor unions, by the what, by this group, Mutebile was saying, look here, people don't have enough jobs. The few who have got jobs, you come and you tell the employers that they must pay so much. What if they can't afford? What will happen? Why don't you concentrate on creating more jobs first? And then the scarcity of jobs is the one which will raise the value of labor. So up to now, we have never agreed on the issue of the minimum wage.
The memorial lecture was graced by many dignitaries from across Africa who praised him as a great giant that fought for Uganda's economic recovery and sanity through distinctive monetary policies that aimed at taming inflation and shielding the Ugandan shilling.
We have convened this memorial lecture to proclaim that we stand on the shoulders of the giant known as the late Professor Emmanuel Mutebile. Our governor was an intellectual giant, an economic policy giant, and a central banking giant. We stand on the shoulders of this gentle giant with a generous hand and a thundering voice that still echoes across the hills of Kigezi to the world.
But basically, the first circle is about macroeconomic stability. And he understood very well the training that he had and understood how to maintain that. So in all the conversations, the questions, the approaches, he was a macroeconomist par excellence. And this is something that I think the younger generation need to appreciate a lot more. Meaning he was an economist and he dealt with things as an economist. Then there's another circle, which is social stability. So he understood very well, very keen appreciation of society's pain. So for instance, when we talk about cost of living, he did understand the social side of it, meaning what it means for people and livelihoods. Purpose, when you talk about economic growth, things about equitable economic growth, etc. Various interest groups, the conversation about subsidies. Is one thing to say we should remove subsidies, another to first think about the interest groups that are there, and to then manage all that.
During his tenure, Uganda might have been lucky enough not to face the wrath of inflation. To date, the fiscal and monetary policies have fumbled to stabilize the economy, contrasting Uganda's inflation rate at 2.7% in January last year to 10.2% at the fall of 2022. The Bank of Uganda Act 1996 stipulates that the governor and the deputy of the central bank shall be appointed by the President of Uganda with the consent of the cabinet, and both shall serve for a period of 5 years, eligible to renewal. However, the act is yet to resolve the succession issue at times of death. Monica Nabyonga, Smart 24 TV, Business Today.